that, we lost our water. A lot of our water was cut off to our communities. And I think that's evident in the Gila River. They might have talked about that, how they lost their water there. So with the loss of water comes the loss of farming. And when you're traditionally an agricultural society, a lot of your culture and your heritage has to do with your fields, your wildlife. And so when you lose that, you lose a lot of the culture that goes with it, you know. And so we've lost a lot from not farming. We're coming back to farming. But at one time, about 100 years ago, there was 9 different varieties of corn in this community. Today we only have 1 of those varieties. And those were 9 that were documented. What of the other ones that weren't known to the person that documented those seeds? You know, in the pages of history, not everything is written. You know, and so it's really sad to know that all we have out of these 9 varieties that were said to have been known is 1. And it's funny because I thought we had 2, and the majority of the community thought we had 2. Because we have another bigger corn, it's called June corn.
But that's what Ken's doing, is all these trees are in place to build that organic material on the top, okay? As typically as people that live in cities, what do we do with that normally?
Throw it away.
We rake it up, we throw it out, we send it away, exactly. In fact, interestingly enough, I was watching the Today Show last weekend and there was a guy on the Today Show. I was blown away. He said, leave your grass clippings behind because they provide the nutrients and you'll have to fertilize less. That was on the Today Show the other day. I've been saying that for years. Okay? So Mollison started looking at this process of soil building and he created something that he called sheet mulching, like your bed sheets. Okay? And it's a process by which you layer. Okay? Put a layer of dried material, put some manure on top, a layer of dried material, put some manure on top. And on my 1/3 of an acre at home, this is what I do now. This is how I do my tilling. This is how I build my soil. As I do this sheet mulching. It's lasagna garden. Okay, and over the next 6 months, what it does is it breaks down to about 3 or 4 inches of good organic material, and then you do it over again the next year, and you do it over again the next year, and over time, what you're doing is you're actually building out that soil without actually having to dig, and that is something you guys can go home and do right now.
Got to go through the stomach of a microbe, or it's not compost, it's mulch. Compost is a chemistry, so then that brings in all the worms, all the other predators, and they just keep, and as they munch this and break this down, it's fertilizer. It's actually pretty good what nature did for us. We came along in the Second World War, invented chemicals, and thought we'd outsmart everybody. Now we're not too smart now. Anyways.
Besides the wood chips, what else do you add?
That's it.
That is only wood chips.
And I use right over here,
from, oh my gosh, I have a garden in the back, right? So the space that is the urban farm, when you walk onto it, I do have some grass that grows in Phoenix in some yards. I have some grass in the middle where we do tours, but everything else is edible. So I've started that integration process. I have fruit trees on the street where I live. I've got at least 30 fruit trees that I've given to my neighbors. And I've got them growing fruit now. Right? So then I've taken this notion of just in my space, now it's just in my neighborhood.